Hello again, everybody. Waybacksportscards. We're here with half of a box break. I'm going to open 18 packs of 1992's ProSet Power Premier Edition football cards. Not going to share any information, and I'll explain why in a moment, but I'm going to show you, actually I'm going to explain why now. Two of the cards I've opened in some of the earlier packs. You see Eric Dickerson here with the Raiders. I'll show you the back so you can get an idea of what these look like. No stats really, it's just a blurb and a big photo. So it's a ProSet's premium edition, if you want to call it that. Definitely a lower print run than the normal ProSet edition, but you can see right here on the Dan Marino, a lot of bricking in these packs and some paper loss. So with that in mind, it's going to take me a while to open these packs. So I'm just going to talk about these cards as I open them. It's a 330 card set. One series, no real key rookies. I guess Steve Bono would be the bigger one here. Jason Hansen, great kicker for the Lions. But you can see, I am having a hard time. You can hear it. That crackling right there. I know this isn't an ASMR channel, but a little bit of bricking, and you can see how much trouble I'm having getting these cards apart, and it's going to take a long time to get through 18 packs, so may even stop a little early. There's Steve Berline with the Cowboys. I don't remember him with the Cowboys. Eric Bieniemy, these days is a head coach or a coach for the Chiefs, maybe a head coach, and you can hear just that. The card coming unstuck after, what is this, almost 30 years, or 31 years. There's Deion Sanders, nice card there. Steve Mongo McMichael, WCW wrestling fans from the 90s remember him. Also great defensive player for the Bears. Mel Gray. And you can see, I mean, I can't even shake these cards apart. Definitely pulling each one apart, despite my best efforts to unbend them. There's one insert series in the set. They're called combos. I'll show you one in a moment. There's Herman Moore, Carl Pickens, Todd Marinovich, some big names back in that day. The combo card that I pulled earlier, 10 card set. This is probably the best one in the set, featuring Michael Irvin and Emmitt Smith. 10 card series, and there's the back, card 5 out of 10. I found a few of these already. They don't have listed odds, but I assume they're about 1 out of every 4 or 5 packs. So that's what I've been seeing so far. Pat Swilling, I got his autographs through the mail. Pat Swilling, former Defensive Player of the Year with the Saints there. Pat Harlow in the old school Pats helmet and uniform. Greg Townsend, there you see the paper loss. Anthony Munoz, Hall of Fame tackle. Tom Rathman, another guy whose autograph I got through the mail recently, if you follow my Instagram feed. Bart Oates. Oh, Larry Brown on the back there, stuck. Dexter Carter, Chris Mims, and Harvey Williams. Michael Haynes, Vince Workman, Keith McCants, Mo Gardner, Mark Clayton, underrated receiver there for Marino and the Dolphins. Charles Haley, 5-time Super Bowl champion. Was the leader until one Tom Brady came along and smashed that record for most Super Bowl wins by a single player. Haley winning with both the Niners and the Cowboys. Yeah, Charles Haley. People forget how great Charles Haley was. He was a real problem out there on the field if you were an offensive player. Henry Thomas. And I mean, these are nice cards. I like how they focus on the player. Sometimes with the football cards, it's hard to tell who the card, which is the player. So it highlights the player on the card. No stats. So if you're one of those guys who likes the complete stats, this is not going to be the set for you. There's a second year Brett Favre. And there he is now with the Packers after his brief stint there with Atlanta. There you go. And you can see a little bit of the card rubbing off here. So definitely some paper loss problems. There's the Webster Slaughter. Rob Moore. Robert Porcher. Terrence Mathis. Jeff Harrod. Chip Banks. And those of you who are watching the bricking here, I've tried different things in the past. I've tried putting these packs in the oven. Foil packs like this obviously can't go in the microwave, but I've tried putting them in the freezer. Doesn't seem to really make much of a difference either way. Once these things are bricked, they're kind of stuck, and then you have to deal with the paper loss. So if anybody out there has had a good way, there's Ronnie Lott. If anybody's had a good solution to the nice card there, Eugene Seal, after a nice game in the snow. Yeah, but if anybody out there has had a good solution to bricking cards, put it in the comments. Let me know. I'd love to, if it works, I'd love to give it a try. Maybe even do a video on it. Because this is unfortunate, but luckily I didn't spend too much money on this box. I think I got this for in the $20 range. I forget exactly how much I paid, but it was about 20 bucks for a sealed 36-pack box. So you can find these relatively cheap. Like I said, there's very few inserts here. There's not really any key rookies, so there's not a whole lot keeping the value of these boxes up. So you can get these fairly affordably. A couple of cards stuck together. Nobody of note there. Chris Dishman, Robert Del Pino. Like I said, this is getting a little... There's the Nigerian Nightmare, Christian Okoye, Charles McRae, Dwayne Bickett, Chris Hakel. I mean, they're trying something with this set, ProSet Power, but like, the design's a little dated, early 90s look. So design doesn't hold up too particularly well. And here's the last card, Emmitt Smith. And I've seen this once or twice already in my... It's a Emmitt Smith offer. And every single one I've found has this blotch on it. I don't know if anybody else has seen that or have that in theirs, but that's what I've been finding on my Emmitt Smith offer cards. However, I did find an Emmitt Smith base card from the set, which has the same exact image on the front, and that one does not have the blotch on the ball. So hopefully I'll find one shortly and I can share it with you guys. Nate Odomez, wow. Standing over Galt right there. I think that's Willie Galt. Bill Moss. There we go. Troy Aikman. Jim Lachey. I mean, these are just stuck really bad. Tony Casillas is on the back there. Stan Thomas. Leroy Horde. Andre Tippett. Darrell Henley and Eddie Brown. I think as glossy as these cards are, though, they will probably do well for autographs through the mail, so let me try that. Another thing here, this is a rookie card. That's how you know the rookie card, which ones are the rookie cards in the set. They have a different back from the front, but you'll see, and I'll show you on the front, they look the same. So that's how you distinguish the rookie cards in this set. Rookie cards have the different appearance on the back. Something to keep in mind for those of you breaking this product, trying to find the rookie cards. They do try to distinguish this. There's Michael Irvin. Vinny Testaverde. Probably could still play at this point. Guy played forever. Santana Dotson, Anthony Carter. But yeah, Vinny Testaverde, man, that guy played, feels like 30 years. Probably more like 15, but I remember him mostly with the Jets, being from the New York area. Michael Jackson, Bubby Brister. This pack's not too bad. Ronnie Lott, Bobby Hebert. It's probably from the top of the box. The ones at the bottom seem to have more bricking because it had more weight sitting on it over the years. John L. Williams, great running back for the Seahawks in the early 90s. Years before Sean Alexander came along. Years before Marshawn Lynch, obviously. But John L. Williams definitely belongs in that conversation of great Seahawk running backs. There's another Dion, Steve Mongo, McMichael again, Chris Miller, Simon Fletcher, Jeff Yeager, Thurman Thomas. Love the background there. Scoring a touchdown. Bills fans in the background. Jeff Fiegels, great shot of him getting off a punt. Tony Bennett's on the back there. I'm not going to try to break that apart. Henry Ellard should be considered for the Hall of Fame. Was a great receiver. I don't know if he'll get in, but Henry Ellard definitely deserves some consideration. I think the fact that he never really won probably hinders him a little bit. But here we go. The great Rod Woodson. Mike Horan, that's a kicker. Looks like he's a fake kick maybe, fake field goal. Lorenzo White. Dana Hall. Andre Rison for the pass. James Lofton, Jeff Lageman, Brownie Nagel, Marion Butts. Looks like we got ourselves another Emmitt Smith offer card. Take a look in a second, see how that looks. There's the fridge. He signed some cards for me through the mail in the last year as well. That's a good one. Boomer. Talk radio these days in New York. Derek Thomas. Neil O'Donnell, another guy who signed some autographs for me through the mail. Definitely worth checking out. Some of these, especially when you're opening all these. There's Ty Detmer. That's kind of cool. And there's Emmett again with the blotch. So it's this offer card. It seems to be consistently affected, at least in the box I have here. Benny Blades. This pack has a little bit of sticking to it. Clay Matthews Sr. People forget Clay Matthews. The ones most people know with the Packers. He's a junior. A lot of paper loss on that one. Bernie Kosar. Perhaps the best Browns quarterback. Dave Meggett. Brian Cox. Always had that big pad right around his neck, around the back. Carl Pickens. You've seen most of these already. So we're getting down to the final few packs here. Again, not the most exciting break. There's Kevin Green, as I say that. The great Kevin Green and Randall Cunningham back to back. Chris Chandler. But not a ton of stars coming out of these packs. 330 card set. Seems like they did a good job of balancing out Herschel Walker. Not going to touch that and say any more. Fred Stokes. Bill Brooks. Harold Green. Chris Dolman. And Anthony Miller. But I would say if you can get your hands on this box for 20, I wouldn't spend more than 25. I mean, you really can't get a box of anything for less than 20 these days. If you can keep this under 25, I'd say worth the buy if you're looking for certain players. But beware of bricking on this. You can see the damage that I'm getting on some of these cards. And it really, you know, if you're looking for potential gem mint cards or ones to try to send off to PSA, this may not be the set for you. You may want to try something else. There's Tim Brown. Looks like it's in pretty good shape. Darren Lewis, Broderick Thomas, and that's a great photo they used right there. Lawrence Dawsey. Ball right in front of his face. ProSet Plus, ProSet Power. Great shot there. I guess they're not without a sense of humor. There, we have not seen the great LT yet, and right in the front, so not too bad. Ricky Waters, running back for the Niners. Cornelius Bennett, trying to knock down a Jeff George pass. Al Toon, Jet fans remember him fondly. Gerald Perry, Doug Smith. Jay Schroeder, Jesse Tuggle, Mark Collins, Chris Mims, Quinn Early, and Ernie Jones. Gonna open this last pack here. So with that said, as I wrap up, that's ProSet Power from 1992. Gonna open this last pack. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you've had any of these cards. I had never seen these before, so I wanted to bring this forward. Last pack lightning here with Joe Montana. As I drop Joe Montana. Guy McIntyre, Pat Terrell, Jerry Ball, Vaughn Dunbar, Jay Novacek. Cowboy fans remember him. Richard Dent. 92 must have been right toward the end of his career there. There's great Phil Simms. Speaking of end of the career, Phil Simms, I think, stuck around for maybe another year. 93 was his last year. And last card, Dalton Hilliard. So there you have it. Half a box of 1992 ProSet Power. We did find Joe Montana, Eric Dickerson, a few combos. Actually, didn't find any combos in this break, but I did find a few earlier. So that's the Cowboys one that I found earlier. No real key rookies here. Did find Steve Bono, probably the best rookie in this box, but not a great set, but decent looking cards. And with that, thank you all for watching, and stay tuned every week for a new long form pack break. Until next time, thanks for watching. Have a great day, everyone.